Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. I'm Bonnie Ruddick, the Executive Director for RTO9. I've been with the organization since its inception in 2011. In my role, I lead the development and execution of RTO9's strategic and annual business plan in collaboration with the board of directors and staff. I oversee all financial operations, transfer payment agreements, and organizational initiatives while providing leadership and support to staff and volunteers. The position oversees governance and reporting requirements and facilitates board and annual general meetings. Acting as RTO9's key liaison, I represent the organization with government industry partners and external committees to advance tourism development across the region while working closely with our three regional development advisors, Louis, Mia, and Katie. We would like to acknowledge that the land we identify as RTO9 is the traditional territory of the Haudenosaunee, Anishinaabe, and Huron-Wendat peoples. RTO9 honors the land, the people, and the treaties, recognizing the original guides of these territories and their enduring contributions. As treaty people, we all share the responsibility to uphold these agreements in a fair and respectful way. As partner of Indigenous Tourism Ontario, RTO9 is committed to supporting Indigenous communities by creating space for their stories and helping foster socioeconomic growth through tourism. We'd like to start this morning with just providing you a map of the region. So RTO9 is one of 11 regional tourism organizations that was created and funded by the Ministry of Tourism, Culture and Gaming. Representing Southeastern Ontario, RTO9 brings together tourism partners across 11 destinations, spanning from Cornwall, Stormont, Dundas and Glengarry, and Prescott Russell in the east, along the St. Lawrence River through Brockville, Gananoque, and Kingston. The region also includes shared tourism assets such as the Rideau Canal with RTO11 and Ottawa Tourism, and Frontenac County and Leamington with other local partners. In the west, we represent the Bay of Quinte and Prince Edward County, uniting the region under collaborative tourism umbrella. Now I'm going to turn it over to Mia.
Bonnie, I don't think Mia's on this morning.
Okay, is Katie on?
I don't see Katie either, but
Okay.
do you have
Well,
Mia's notes for this afternoon?
I will just be Mia or Katie for today then. Okay, 1 second here. Just gonna bring this so I can read it. Okay. So me, Katie, and Louis work for the Regional Service Branch, which they are regional development advisors. And what they do is they look after transfer payment, administration, and program delivery. So they deliver ministry financial and non-financial programs and services to primarily not-for-profit organizations and communities throughout the province. Capacity building and organizational support. So they build and foster relationships amongst organizations in all levels of government. They provide consultation services and advice to potential applicants for ministry funding programs and monitor projects. Providing local intelligence. They share knowledge such as local issues and community development. They provide information and advice for the development of government programs and policies. Public affairs support. They provide support for public affairs activities, which include the coordination and preparation of projects for tours and events involving the Premier, ministers, deputy ministers, and assistant deputy ministers. They're happy to stay in touch with the communities and familiarize themselves with the offerings. So if you need to connect with any of them, please feel free to go to our website, rto9.ca, and all their contact information is listed there. So this is what we call the tourism funnel. So it flows from the ground up, beginning with local tourism businesses such as hotels, attractions, and tour operators that create the visitor's experience. These businesses are supported and promoted by your local DMMO, Prince Edward County. We have Sarah, Olivia, and Lindsay here today, which package and market community level offerings. The DMO or DMMO feed into regional tourism organizations, RTO9, which build broader regional identities and initiatives. And in turn, we connect with Destination Ontario, which is the provincial body that markets Ontario as a whole. At the top, Destination Canada promotes the entire country and global markets. Information, products, and branding flow upward through the funnel, while marketing, funding, and visitor demand flow back down, ultimately benefiting the local businesses. Meet the team. I'm Bonnie. Meg Dabros is our operations manager. Steve Weir is our senior marketing manager. And Leslie is our digital marketing manager. We are a small but mighty team of 4, and we bring a wealth of knowledge and skills to the organization. Later, you will hear from each of my colleagues. These are our operational pillars. As our core funder, the ministry establishes the guidelines and pillars within which we operate. My colleagues and I will now provide a brief overview of the strategy and key initiatives under each of our pillars. I will start with the product development pillar. Our focus is on strengthening partner capacity by identifying and closing gaps that may limit product development and ensuring the opportunities are actively pursued across the region. By equipping partners with the right tools, resources, and knowledge, we enable them to create high-value competitive tourism products that stand out in the marketplace. We also encourage innovation and collaboration, helping partners to enhance existing offerings and bring new experiences to life. Over the past fiscal year, this work has been advanced through a series of strategic initiatives, including in-depth data research to guide decision-making, targeted workshops and webinars to build skills and foster collaboration, and ongoing industry communication to keep partners informed, engaged, and aligned with regional priorities. So again, please check out our industry website to stay informed. Now I'm going to turn it over to Steve and Leslie to cover our marketing.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. My name's Steve Weir, and I'm the Senior Marketing Manager for RTO 9, Regional Tourism Organization 9 in Southeastern Ontario. My role as Senior Marketing Manager with RTO 9 is to lead the creation and execution of marketing strategies that position our region as a must-visit travel destination. My role is to lead RTO 9's marketing vision, build partnerships, and deliver campaigns that strengthen Southeastern Ontario's reputation as a vibrant, connected destination. We work closely with federal and provincial partners, tourism operators, and municipalities, as well as DMMOs, like the team here at Visit the County participating in on this call today. They will be speaking later in the presentation. We try our best to align campaigns and maximize reach, fostering cross-promotion among destinations in Southeastern Ontario to encourage multi-destination visitation. Our paid media strategy includes seasonal and thematic marketing campaigns in partnership with Destination Ontario and other tourism partners. Campaigns like our new waterway guides, winter wellness, culinary, and cycling trails are just a few examples. These campaigns target major cities and regions within Ontario, including Toronto and Ottawa. As well, we target Quebec residents, in particular those in Montreal and the surrounding area. We also target New York State, cities like Buffalo and Syracuse to attract our neighbors to the south who are interested in exploring Canada close to home. In addition to working with our destination partners, we strengthen our reach by working closely with key provincial organizations like Culinary Tourism Alliance, Attractions Ontario, and Ontario by Bike. These partnerships help us extend the Southeastern Ontario brand to targeted niche audiences, foodies, families, and active travelers through established and trusted channels. In earned media, we amplify our efforts and build credibility with our audience through joint media releases and regional media kits. We coordinate fam tours that cross sub-regional boundaries, collaborating with influencers who can authentically speak to multiple locations in one trip. We also pitch regional storylines that highlight unique multi-destination experiences and itineraries. In partnership with our marketing agency, we deliver an annual marketing plan that outlines campaigns, budgets, and key performance indicators. Access to research and visitor data help to guide our joint decision-making. Destination marketing and management organizations are the local marketing experts in their communities. They know their audience best, their assets, and their stories. We at the RTO work in partnership with DMMOs to align messaging and campaigns for greater reach, strengthen the visitor journey, and try to avoid duplication. It's critical to work together to increase the region's visibility and competitiveness in Ontario and in Canada and internationally. We create stronger visitor experiences that encourage longer stays and return trips while ensuring that marketing dollars are maximized through alignment and collaboration. Now over to Leslie, our digital marketing manager. Leslie?
Thanks, Steve. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Leslie, the Digital Marketing Manager with RTO9. My role is to manage our digital presence, including our website, social media channels, blogs, and newsletters, and to use those platforms to share the story of Southeastern Ontario with potential visitors. As you saw from the map, Southeastern Ontario is a large and diverse region, and within it, there are thousands of tourism-related businesses, from accommodations and restaurants to farms, shops, galleries, attractions, trails, and more. My role is to promote the region as a whole through our own digital channels. So I'm fortunate to work with a small but gifted team of contracted creators who also support our content development. These include our digital ambassadors who live throughout the region and capture authentic photos and short form video. You may have met Emily. If you're on this call, you may have met Emily at one of your businesses. We also work with several freelance writers who help us craft blog stories, itineraries, and travel guides. So I build out our seasonal content calendars, which serve as a roadmap for weekly storytelling across our channels. These calendars are guided by consumer research, seasonal themes, and emerging travel trends. Once drafted, the calendars are shared with our DMO partners like Visit the County. Our website and channels are designed to inspire people to visit the region rather than operate as a traditional directory. We share stories, blogs, reels, contests, and a monthly events roundup to highlight experiences and spark curiosity. When visitors are ready for more practical details like where to stay or what's happening, we link them directly to our destination partner websites. This approach helps visitors to plan their trip while bringing more people to your local businesses. We connect regularly with DMOs across Southeastern Ontario, and each month they have the opportunity to share new offerings, events, and opportunities they would like us to highlight. We value every business and are committed to showcasing as many as possible over time. So while each campaign can only spotlight a limited number of operators at a time, our focus is on long-term exposure across the region through rotating themes and seasonal campaigns. Staying connected with the team at Visit the County ensures your business is considered for future opportunities. On the industry side, our RTO9 website and monthly newsletter are your go-to resources for anything tourism related to help you grow your business. You'll find information on upcoming workshops, funding opportunities, data insights, and more. The website's recently been updated, so it's even easier to use on your mobile and desktop. And it's a one-stop shop for everything you need to stay connected in tourism. And if you haven't signed up for our newsletter yet, you'll see a QR code at the end of this presentation. And now back to you, Bonnie.
Thanks, Leslie, and thank you, Steve. So for workforce development, our priority is to position tourism as a career of choice in Southeastern Ontario by highlighting the many opportunities the sector offers and by raising awareness of its vital role in our regional economy. We are committed to increasing industry access to valuable workforce development tools, resources, and training that strengthen skills, build capacity, and foster long-term career growth. By ensuring that the tourism sector is valued and supported across the region, we empower industry partners to make informed strategic decisions about their workforce needs. Over this past fiscal year, the work has included sharing of industry research, active participation in work research development initiatives. We held a very successful tourism summit this past November, and we plan to hold another one in November of 2026. Investment attraction. We are committed to connecting tourism partners with relevant, timely, and actionable data and research that supports informed decision-making. By collaborating on high-value, high-utility research projects, we ensure that partners have access to the insights they need to guide investments, identify emerging opportunities, and strengthen competitiveness. The information generated through these collaborative efforts has been well received by partners and, importantly, has been translated into meaningful action across the region. Over the past fiscal year, our work has focused on advancing research initiatives and exploring new investment opportunities that align with both industry needs and regional priorities. Now I'm going to turn it over to Meg to speak about our partnerships.
Thanks, Bonnie. Good morning, everybody. My name is Meg Dabros. I'm the operations manager here at RTO9. In my role, I help oversee the Partnership Fund program and support a variety of administrative initiatives, from organizing board activities and workshops to webinars and product development projects. So one of the key pillars that guides the work we do at RTO9 is partnerships. Our goal at this pillar is simple. It's to provide meaningful support to tourism partners across Southeastern Ontario and to build strong collaborative relationships through ongoing communication. We do this by working on special projects with strategic partners such as Destination Ontario, Destination Canada, the Tourism Industry Association of Ontario, and the Tourism Industry Association of Canada, and sector groups like the Culinary Tourism Alliance, Ontario by Bike, Attractions Ontario, and many others. These partnerships open the door to new opportunities to help strengthen the region's economic development. Another major piece of this work is our Partnership Fund program. This is a 50-50 cost share funding initiative we release each year to support businesses in enhancing their tourism products. The funding categories change annually based on what the industry needs most, whether that's signage, marketing initiatives, professional photos, event support, or training opportunities. The goal is always to help businesses stay competitive, fill gaps, and be market ready. You can find out more information on that as it will be opening for applications in March at rto9.ca. Beyond funding and collaboration within the industry, our team also represents Southeastern Ontario at regional, provincial, and national events as speakers and panelists. By participating in these larger conversations, we're able to highlight the amazing work happening across our region and make sure our destinations and businesses have a voice on a bigger stage. Now, I'm going to be passing it over to the team at Visit the County. We have Sarah, Lindsay, and Olivia here today to share more information about their organization and the work they're doing to assist tourism in Prince Edward County. Sarah, over to you.
Thanks, Meg. And before we start, I just want to say thank you to the team at RTO9. Y'all are doing amazing work, and it's such a pleasure to work with you. And I do have a question specifically for Leslie, who I'm pretty sure has the coolest job because she gets to go around and experience everything firsthand. Exactly what percentage of your time is spent petting goats?
Oh, well, I do like petting goats and llamas. But I actually am more of a keyboard warrior these days because we have a team of ambassadors that are on the road. So they're actually the ones kind of running around getting all the cool content. And I would say I'm more the orchestra of determining where they go and planning those calendars. So I do get to go on some photo shoots and travel around the communities as well. But I would say probably it's more like a 90-10 split.
Okay. Well, even 10% is pretty good.
Yeah, and it's super fun. And I love Prince Edward County. I was there in the fall and it was just stunning.
Well, yeah, we're lucky. We're super lucky to be in this amazing location. I'm just trying to get my screen to share. Let's see. Can everybody see the presentation? I can't see anything.
You're good, Sarah.
Yeah, okay, fabulous. Thank you. Okay, I'm going in blind because I can't see anything. So thanks for bearing with me. Hello, everybody. I'm Sarah, Executive Director from Visit the County, and I'm here with my team today. And we're just going to tell you a little bit about what we do. And so let's start off with what is Visit the County? It's the destination management and marketing organization for Prince Edward County, which is a municipal services corporation. That means that we were mandated by the municipality, enacted through a bylaw, which was something that the Municipal Act of Ontario has made, a legislative thing. So previously, the municipality was doing the destination marketing and management for Prince Edward County. And in 2022, they decided that that needed to be an external organization that still is attached to the municipality. So the initial board was appointed by municipal council. And we are mostly funded by a portion of the municipal accommodation tax, which is a 4% tax paid by visitors. It's collected by the accommodators and then remitted to the municipality. Um, and all of those funds, well, the funds that we receive are legally mandated to be used to support tourism management and marketing. And something that we can't say enough is that when we're enacting all of these things, we are taking a community first approach because at the end of the day, tourism is one of our major industries in Prince Edward County, and we believe that it should be used to benefit the quality of life of all residents. So, the Matt, I thought I would share this breakdown for you using numbers from 2024. So, in 2024, the total MAT collected, that 4% tax paid by visitors on overnight accommodations, was about $1.3 million, just under. And so the county collects that from the accommodators and they take an administrative fee of about $40,000 off the top to cover all of the staff and admin time that that takes. And then they divide the remainder in half. And the municipality takes one half of that, and they use their portion to support initiatives like county transit, the PEC Arts Fund, and different things that help develop infrastructure in the community that benefits both residents and visitors. My goodness. I clearly need at least another coffee this morning. And then the other half of the mat is then divided between Stay PEC, who represent accommodators in Prince Edward County, and Visit the County. And so for always our revenue is coming from the preceding year. So the 2024 MAT revenues funded Visit the County in 2025. And that was the amount of MAT, $522,749 that we used for our budget in 2025. Hopefully that's clear. You can ask me about it later. And so then going into the work of a destination organization, I stole this slide from Destinations International because I think that it really encapsulates the purpose of what we're trying to achieve. You know, a lot of people come here as visitors and then they say, oh my goodness, what an amazing place. I want to live there. And so then they move here. And, you know, in order to live here, you need to find somewhere to work. And then eventually, the more people who live and work here, the more people want to invest in this place. And then it creates this beautiful self-fulfilling prophecy that goes around and around. And basically, the purpose of us as the destination management and marketing organization is to control how fast that wheel is turning and manage the speed. And so when we look at destination management and marketing, we're definitely considering things like housing and workforce development, and all of those pieces that make this place a great place to live and visit. So you might be wondering who's on the board of directors for Visit the County. And we still have a lot of our originally appointed board members. Last year, we recruited 3 new board members who are working and living in Prince Edward County and have a lot of great insights into into the industry itself. And we are actually undergoing some changes. Unfortunately, Mickey, who is our board chair, well, good for her. She got a great opportunity out of province. And so she's going to be leaving the county, which means that Crystal is going to be moving into the chair position. And we will be recruiting a new person to fill that empty seat in the very near future. So if you're interested, stay tuned. We will be asking for folks to submit their expression of interest. And then chances are, if you've reached out to us, you've talked to one of these 3 people. There's myself, there's Lindsay, and there's Olivia, who I could not do anything without. So I would like to just ask, Lindsay, you want to say hi?
Hi. Yeah, I'm Lindsay, marketing strategist. I would say my role is a lot of behind the scenes, marketing operations, project management, some strategic planning. Yeah, and you might recognize me also because I used to work at RTO9. And then I transitioned over here. And yeah, good to be back. I'll hand it over to Liv.
Hi, everyone. Good morning. Thanks, Lindsay. Thanks, Sarah. And thanks again to the RTO9 team. It's great to see your faces, even though it's virtual. And thanks for everyone who's here today. I started as the social strategist and content creator in August, and it's been an absolute whirlwind of wonderful experiences. I've lived in the county my whole life, and so working for the community and for tourism has been a wonderful experience. And yeah, I would say that my role is kind of taking a culmination of the wonderful behind the scenes work that Lindsay does. And we work closely to make the execution happen, from campaigns to social content. And yeah, mighty team of three. So we work really closely together, and excited to see what else is to come for this year. So thanks.
Right on. Well, yeah, these two are awesome. And if you haven't had the pleasure of meeting them, I hope you do very soon. We're going to be out in the community, hopefully once the snow melts. We'll see when that happens. Okay. Now, where am I going? There we go. So just to give kind of a high overview of the mission and vision of Prince Edward County, the mission is to enrich the quality of life in the county through responsible and sustainable destination management and marketing. And we remind ourselves of that on a regular basis. What it comes down to every day is quality of life for residents. And we have a big, hairy, audacious goal of by 2030, we envision Prince Edward County as a world-class year-round destination with an innovative, inclusive, and flourishing visitor economy embraced by all community stakeholders. I think with the recognition from Condé Nast for this year, we are well on our way to that world-class destination, and we hope to continue with that trajectory. So something about our branding. If you didn't know, we had a rebrand in 2022, and there's actually a great video on our consumer YouTube, or on our industry YouTube channel, I believe, the County Connect YouTube channel. And the county C was designed, with the curves of the sand dunes and the waves, and then the straight lines of the rows of fields, and the lines on barns and other farm buildings. So just some really great imagery in the branding that we're using today. So you might be wondering, who are we focusing on when we're executing our marketing activities? And so basically, I would say that the outer reaches of our focus are GTA, Ottawa, and Montreal. We are specifically focused on the Ontario and Quebec markets. And then we rely on our partners like RTO9, Destination Ontario, and Destination Canada to showcase possibilities for travel in our region to visitors who are further afield. So that could, Destination Ontario and Destination Canada do a lot of international work. And then, as you heard from RTO9, they're also reaching into the northeastern United States as well. So we're focused on a kind of a more local regional group, and obviously folks who are looking for food, culture, slow travel, and we do have a strong focus on shoulder seasons. So I don't know if you're familiar with Destination Canada's traveler segmentation program, but I highly recommend going online. You can actually, as a business, do kind of a little dating profile quiz match thing where it matches you up with the ideal traveler segment. for your business. And so we went through this process and we connected with the Refined Globetrotter, number one, and Culture Seekers. And so these are folks who we feel really align well with the products that we have to offer. And so we've been looking into that more detailed demographic outline of these different groups in order to target these visitors in the future. Okay, so all that being said, we're gonna kind of dig into the different areas that of work that a destination management and marketing organization does. So obviously, marketing is in our name, so we'll start there with the marketing and promotion. We have a lot of different social and different channels online. Okay, where's that coffee, guys? Honestly. So obviously, you're probably familiar with our Instagram and Facebook accounts. You may have visited our website, visitthecounty.com, where all paths should lead to that. And you may or may not know we have a phone number. And this is what we use to answer visitor calls. So if anybody, this is a public number, but I am the person who answers it because it goes to my phone. That's not my personal number, guys, so you can't text me asking me out for a coffee. But I will answer that number if you call, and I will help folks with any questions that they may have. So here is just a little snapshot overview of some of the marketing campaigns and programs that we run. So you may be familiar with Countylicious. The spring edition is starting on April the 9th, going to the 26th. We're very excited. That's always a sure sign that spring is on its way. We have right now we're in the midst of our winter wellness campaign, which is in partnership with RTO9 and Destination Ontario. So thanks guys for the money because it's really getting views on everything that we're putting out there. And wellness in general is just a huge opportunity right now, and we're seeing a lot of interest in all of the wonderful wellness products that exist in the county right now. We have really started focusing on the holidays as well. You might have seen the little teaser that we put out in December. About all of the magical things that happen in the county. Over the summer, we do the Off the Beaten Path campaign, which is really more on a management side of things, where we know that this is kind of the busiest time of year, and we want to encourage folks to go explore places that may be a little bit less congested, relieve those downtown areas. And then we have some fun media partnerships with Destination Ontario that result in different broadcasts, which we had last fall, kind of showcasing some different spots around the county. So that's just a really high level overview and really is just part of the work that we're doing. The rest of, oh yeah, and then just in case you're wondering what some of our metrics from 2025 were, we've got our web traffic and our social media. And I'm sorry to do this, Lindsay, but I'm going to put you on the spot. Is there anything that you want to say about any of these numbers?
I would say that since relaunching our website, we've been really, directing folks from our social media accounts to a more upscaled, I guess, website. So it's just brought more confidence in us of sharing some of our content. And there's a lot of content on there. Our events page, Liv works at creating different monthly roundup posts each month, and that draws folks to the event page. We also put some dollars behind that too with some meta ads. So it's definitely a very engaging page. I think on average, like we have like 3 visits, or like the average person will have 3 visits to the page. And then our social media accounts, I mean, our Instagram has like 40,000 followers. So it's just constantly growing. And with video, we get a lot of great engagement from not just the community, but also from visitors too that are wanting to visit back, to come back, and yeah.
Thank you. Yes. I think you summed that up really well. And the exciting thing about our website is we're actually in the process of implementing some really great new tools, which we think are going to very much improve the experience for industry operators in the back end. And that is going to be shared with you in the very near future. So that's something to look forward to. In terms of destination management, a lot of people ask what this means. And so I just wanted to share kind of a few little pieces of what we're doing right now and how it can grow. So obviously, we wanted to manage the flow of traffic. And so shoulder season campaign development is very much at the forefront of that. We typically spend the majority of our budget in the fall, winter, and spring. And then any paid campaign activity in the summer is really about redirecting traffic. So that's where the off the beaten path comes in. We also are following best practices of Destinations International and implemented a visitor pledge where we do have a spot on our website that talks about, what kind of visitor and their values that we're looking for and how we want them to commit to treating every place they visit with respect. We are going to be undertaking some resident sentiment activities this year to understand how do people feel about tourism? How do they feel about visitors? And then use that to inform our work going forward. And then finally, we're also part of the Four Season Visitor Economy Partnership. You may have heard of this. This is where we're partnering with County Arts, the Chamber of Commerce, the BIA, as well as the Municipal Economic Development Department. And really what that means is we're taking that big picture view, aligning our activities so that there's no duplication of efforts, and focusing on, how does workforce development and housing factor into our visitor economy. Some of the other great things that we are excited to share with you, the Community Partnership Fund. This is an annual funding campaign coming from Visit the County. So in 2025, we had almost $27,000 in total that we awarded across 15 local community events taking place between November 1st, 2025 and March 31st, 2026. And that's something that we'll be continuing annually, dedicating approximately 5% of our annual budget towards funding events that are driving overnight stays during the shoulder season. We also work with our accommodation associations when our activities align. So we've got Stay PEC, there's the licensed short-term accommodators of Prince Edward County, and the bed and breakfasts of Prince Edward County. For visitor services, last year we were very excited to debut the Summer Visitor Information Center at the Regent Theatre in Picton, and that was open 10 to 10, 7 days a week in July and August. And it was very successful. We had almost 8,000 visitors in 2025, and we're just thrilled that the Regent Theatre and the Picton BIA, who also partnered on that initiative, are committed to making it happen again this year. So it's great to have an in-person place where, with such accessible hours that folks can go and have all of their questions answered. And then outside of the summer, I don't know if you know this, but every single library in Prince Edward County is prepared to provide visitor services. So if you have guests who are looking for a place to go for advice or perhaps some printed materials, you can send them to the libraries. Just make sure to check their opening hours. Finally, we have for visitor service the County Ambassador Training Program, which is a virtual program. This is something that is actually being updated right now, and we're going to be launching the new version of this in April to help prepare frontline staff to share information with visitors. All right. Now, this is the fun part. And this is your sneak peek because I'm actually presenting this to council tonight. But I'm sharing it here first. So, something that we're really investing heavily in right now is data collection. And there are a number of different initiatives that we've got on the go. We've got our visitor experience survey pilot, which was done last fall in collaboration with Mike Amos from the Licensed Short-Term Accommodators. Shout out to Mike. He's really invested a lot of time in helping us out with developing this. He did this for many years and is an expert, and so he's been invaluable into this process. And we're hoping to launch the visitor experience survey industry-wide as an always-on data collection tool this spring. So there's going to be more information coming through the newsletter about that, and I'll share some results with you in just a second from the pilot. We've also got AirDNA, which we've been investing in the monthly data, which was good, and I'll show you some of the results of that as well. But this year we're going to be upgrading to the daily data, and that way we're going to be able to track sort of the correlation between some of our campaign activities and the success of overnight bookings, and we think that's going to be really valuable. We're co-investing with the Municipal Economic Development Office in some Moneris data, which is going to be focused on retail and restaurant spending. And we're going to be able to understand consumer habits across those industries. And then another shout out to RTO9 because you are now sharing Environics data with us, and that's telling us about who's coming here, where they're coming from, and their demographic profiles. And so that's something that we're excited to get our hands on in the near future, so that we can, you know, analyze it, you know, in all our spare time. This is what I do at night before I want to fall asleep. And then of course we've got new web tools coming down the line on our website. So without further ado, I will share some of the results with you. Ooh, I don't know how that happened. That was a fun little effect. So the survey pilot that we did for visitor experience, we had a handful of accommodators who just put this in their checkout emails. We ran it for just about 2 months in the fall, October and November, and we had 195 completed surveys, but it gave us some really interesting information about who's coming here, who they're coming with, how much they're spending, and what they're doing. So I thought that this was really exciting information to learn, and we're going to be, you know, sharing this feedback with the pilot participants, I believe next week, and then we're going to be kind of refining those questions with the industry before we launch it industry-wide. And then I think this is going to give us some really great information about who's coming here, what their experience is, and then we can use that to better improve that experience. And then, of course, we've got our AirDNA information. So in this one, which I just realized is incorrectly labeled, it's year over year comparing 24 to 25. We were up by about almost 18% in room nights booked for the whole year, which is, I feel, correlates to some of the anecdotal information that we've gotten from operators. Folks felt that 2025 was a better year than 2024. As far as accommodations goes, I know that some other sectors had different experiences, but overall, it felt like that growth was there. And then here's the actual month-over-month comparison for 24 and 25. And it shows you that the shoulder seasons have grown quite substantially as well in bookings. And so that's something that we're really heartened to see, and we hope that growth continues in a sustainable way. Okay. Finally, we have our industry channels, and this is part of the industry support that we provide to you. So we have our Instagram, our Facebook, our LinkedIn. This is called the County Connect. We have an industry page on our website with tons of resources for you to go and check out. And of course, we have our industry newsletter, which currently is coming out 3 times a month because there's just so much information to share. So we encourage everybody to create a business listing for free on our website, to add your events. As you saw, we got over 100,000 hits on our events page last year, and we hope that it's just going to continue to grow in becoming the first place people go to find out what events are taking place in Prince Edward County. And yeah, we've got lots of updates and photos, and the newsletter and the industry channels is where we do all of our call outs for marketing campaigns that you can partner on and different ways to get involved with Visit the County to showcase your cool experiences and products. Yeah, so I think that's it. Thank you so much for listening to me ramble this morning, and we hope if you have any questions that we can answer them for you.
Thank you, Sarah. That was awesome. And thank you, Lindsay and Olivia, for also joining us this morning and sharing a little bit about what you guys all do. And thank you so much for being such a great resource for operators in Prince Edward County to reach out to and do all the hard work that you guys are up to and thinking sustainably in terms of your tourism initiatives and being thoughtful in everything that you're doing. This is going to conclude the formal portion of today's presentation, and we open the floor to any questions from the audience. And we'd also like to take this opportunity to invite you to sign up for the RTO9 industry newsletter. It's just this QR code here. It connects you with industry insights, funding opportunities, and upcoming workshops and events all in one spot. You can just scan the QR code. It'll take you to the sign up page. But for now, we'll open the floor up to any questions if anybody has any. Quiet chat. So I don't see any questions coming in, but if anybody in the audience does have questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to Sarah and her team. If you need assistance or you have information to share, or if you want to get signed up for their industry website so that you can upload your own events and information, please feel free to reach out to them. There will be a follow-up after today's session that's going to include this recording, but it's also going to include the team at Visit the County's contact information, as well as to sign up for their newsletter so you can stay informed in all the good stuff that they're doing. So if we don't have any questions, we can wrap up for today, give everybody about 10 minutes back. But thank you to Sarah and the team.
Thank you.
For joining us this morning and sharing all the great information that you guys have going on.
Thank you.
So
Yeah, we appreciate it. And yeah, please, I mean it. Send us an email if you have any questions or you just want to reach out. I will go for a coffee with you.
Want to go today? Like, perfect. Well, thank you so much, everyone. I hope you all stay nice and warm and stay safe in the snow that's supposed to be coming our way today. And thank you for joining us, and thank you to Visit the County and the team. And we'll see you hopefully in the new year when things are starting to kick off and get busy again. So thanks everyone for joining.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.